In this video, we're going to look at a simple question about pipelines and to see their benefit. And a pipeline is like a factory's assembly line where something that you want to do, as in this picture, put together a car, you do by breaking the job down into various stages and having people who sort of perform that stage at a given work in a different particular area, and then you're working on many cars at once, and they move along this line to get each stage performed on them, and it is a more efficient way of producing it than um, sort of having the car in one place and having sort of maybe one team perform all the jobs. Okay. So here is the question proposed. If a 15-second process were broken into four stages, two requiring 3 seconds, one requiring 4 seconds, and one requiring 5 seconds, then it would take how many seconds for an instruction to move through the pipeline as opposed to the original 15 seconds? So we want this sort of synchronization of the stages, and so each stage is going to be controlled by the sort of the slowest stage. So there's still going to be four stages, but now they're all going to be 5 seconds. So the one instruction is now going to take 4 times 5 or 20 seconds to sort of move through pipeline, whereas it really only takes 15 seconds if we did it just the one instruction from beginning to end. But now if we're going to break it into these stages and work on it in stages, then and work on different stages at the same time in the assembly line idea or the pipeline idea, then each stage is going to take the same amount of time, which we're stuck with the 5 seconds, the longest time. And therefore now it takes 20 seconds to move through. Okay. So it takes 20 seconds, 4 times 5, four stages times 5 seconds each for an instruction to move through the pipeline as opposed to the original 15 seconds. However, one instruction would be issuing from the pipeline every time you complete a stage. Once you get going, it takes a little while. It takes at least this 20 seconds. But once after that initial 20 seconds, then every time you complete a stage, you are completing an instruction. You're completing, in the original example, a car. So you're going to be producing an instruction every 5 seconds as opposed to every 15 seconds if you were just doing it, purely sort of linearly, instruction one completed, then instruction two. But this assumes that there are no problems with the pipeline. So there are different vocabulary words you could put in here. Hazard is the sort of potential problem, and then I'll say a stall or a bubble is the actual problem. So hazard is the potential, and then the effect, if there is a bad effect, is a stall or a bubble. So that's the sort of answer to a question. Now let's just look at it in this little Excel diagram that I sort of made to sort of bring it home. So here's my original. In this first column, it's not pipelined. I'm going to do instruction one, stage one, instruction one, stage two, instruction one, stage three, instruction one, stage four. It was 4 stages. It took 3 steps, 4 steps, and 5 steps for a total of 15 steps for me to get through instruction one. And then when I'm done instruction one, I start instruction two with its stage one, stage two, stage three, and stage four. So it would get me down to time 30 to finish instruction two. Now I start to do my pipeline approach. So this sort of H through J represents me working on, this is the area in which I work on stage one. K through M here, I'm working on stage two, stage three, stage four. And these are all now 5 seconds. Here's 5, 10, 15, 20. So these are all 15, these are all 5-second stages because the largest stage was 5 seconds, and now all the stages must be 5 seconds. But so here's instruction one moving through my pipeline. Took stage one, stage two, stage three, stage four. All the stages were 5 seconds. So it does not complete instruction one until time 20 as opposed to the 15. However, I'm working on multiple instructions at once. So now, here 5 seconds later, I have instruction two done. And so I have instruction two in the pipeline approach. I have instruction two done at 25 seconds, whereas in the original no pipeline, it would take me to 30 seconds. And then for instruction three, in the original, I'd have to go to 45 seconds, but here I am already done instruction three at 30 seconds. So I have an instruction coming out once I get going every 5 seconds, as opposed to here every 15 seconds. So although the first instruction takes longer, each instruction individually takes longer, it will produce instructions faster. But this all means that I know what instructions come next. So like in the factory example, that that was easy, but in programming, you don't always know what the next instruction is. You have things like ifs and loops, control structures. They are the most notorious hazards or problems that can occur because then you won't know what the next instruction is. So if suddenly at the end of instruction three here, I realize I have some kind of if and I'm going to jump in my program, then it may be that all this work I've been doing on instruction four is actually not the next instruction, and sort of this is a this all this work was sort of a waste of time. So that is the hazard and the bubble or stall as we sort of clear this out and sort of start all over again. But if we do know the instructions and can line them up properly, then we get a big payoff from the pipeline process because we see here that we've completed by time 25, we've completed instruction two, and we're three-quarters of the way through instruction three and halfway through instruction four and a quarter of the way through instruction five. So we've got a lot going on. We're doing a lot more work simultaneously. That's the idea of the pipeline. So if you run into a problem like this, it is just the number of stages times the longest stage. That's how long it's going to take one instruction to go through. But how long does it take for instructions to come through once they get going? Just the longest stage, which is now the stage time. But it all relies on the fact that if you can predict the instructions and not run into any uh, stalls or bubbles. Okay, thanks for your attention.